Madden football is the home of the Super Bowl, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Packers and the Bills. All that and more coming up next.
We are pleased, as always, to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Tonight, it is all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Buffalo Bills taking on the NFC champions, the Green Bay Packers. As I've been all year long with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The CD, this has been brewing for a few years now, but the Bills are finally over the hump and back in the Super Bowl.
And as everyone in the Bills Mafia would tell you in a heartbeat, looking to win it for the first time ever. Remember, they went to 4 straight in the 90s, couldn't get the job done, but as you have said, they've been on the climb the last few seasons, and here they are, ready to close the deal.
And meanwhile, for the Packers, not many could have predicted they'd make it back to this Super Bowl, but everything has gone their way, and they search for what would be their second title of the millennium.
And that title? Super Bowl 45 in Dallas, or actually Arlington, Texas, so I don't get in trouble with the locals, over Pittsburgh. A proud franchise continuing to find ways to get to the big game.
Well, the final act of the 2023 season is at hand. What a spectacle in Las Vegas. We're off in Super Bowl 58. For the Buffalo offense coming out, and it is Josh Allen who is at the helm.
And no doubt he's living out a dream right now. He's had dating back to his first days of playing football as a kid. But he certainly can't get lost in the moment right now. There's still a Super Bowl to be played, and his offense, they're looking to him to be their leader. You can take it all in when it's over. Right now, you've got the biggest game of your life to win.
Allen going to look to throw on the first play. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Lucas Van Ness getting free there to bring him down. How about the defense there and try to set the tone on the very first play of the game?
Yeah, there's a little bit of a glow here tonight because they brought the heat right out of the gate. What a good job establishing a tone for this one.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. It'll be a gain of 5, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay game. That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away. Fielded at the 33. Found good room to run there. Returns it 14 yards. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. 6'4" Jordan Love taking the field for the first time. The 2020 first-round pick from Utah State set to lead Green Bay.
As we begin the Super Bowl, we're looking at one of the game's most important players. And whether he's the centerpiece of the offense or taking a backseat to his teammates, offenses always look to the quarterback to be a leader in moments like this. He's got to be that calm, composed pillar out there who stays level-headed and keeps everyone focused on the task at hand.
On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1. Play action this time with Love. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Love looking to throw it. He finds Welcome with the completion. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. This Super Bowl, of course, just a huge one for this head coach. The first time he's walked the sidelines in a game of this magnitude. And I might normally ask the cliche, what's going through his mind right now? But maybe the better question, CD, what do you think are the pitfalls of being a first-time head coach in this game?
Well, you know it's something that he thought about, Brandon, and he had to, and he was thinking about it long before he got to this stage. As the season progressed and he saw that his team was good, If he was smart, he started to make plans right then and there. Reach out to other coaches who've been there before. Find out how they handled winning, losing, handling all the ticket situations, travel, practice, all those things. And then trust your gut, make your best decision, and put it all out there and give your team their best chance to win.
Here's Love. And it's a Packers touchdown. Allen Lazard, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. The Packer offense and Jordan Love staying out there, so they're going to try to go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. It's caught. And it's 8-0. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. And the Bills getting set to go. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Allen going to throw. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. To throw, it's Allen. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Rashawn Gary that time fighting free and getting to the quarterback. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Back to throw. Allen setting up the screen. Harris. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And taken right at the 35. That'll go as a 39-yard punt. Give him 9 on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Packers offense here coming back out for their 2nd drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
3rd and 2. Love with it. And that is incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on 3rd down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
And this may be a big early turning point in this Super Bowl. They're going to go for it on 4th down here. Love. He's got his target. That's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Well, following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Inside handoff now to Fournette. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Ball at the 14 for 2nd and 5. To pass, here's Jordan Love. And he's got his man on the out route. His first ever catch in a Super Bowl, a nice moment, and also a 1st down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of the quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Love from the gun. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Jordan Love, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Packers will add to their first quarter lead here in this Super Bowl. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, and not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced a punt to get the ball back, and they played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. And now out come the Bills. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing now is Allen. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. They run. First carry for Damian Harris. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one. No gain. So they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Eluding the pressure right. A strong running. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. Now the punter, Sam Martin, called on to kick it away here. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. That's taken on the 25. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And they will take over 1st and 10. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now. It's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them. Fournette, a 1st down carry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. Love now. This is caught. It's Christian Watson. And he's got a 1st down as a tackle made at the Bills' 15-yard line. Up the gut, Fournette. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10. Ball sits on the 10, 2nd and 5. Throwing. Love. And he's got his man. Touchdown, Green Bay. It's Allen Lazard. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Packers are feeling good as they extend their lead in this Super Bowl. Crosby with the extra point, and the lead opens up now to 22 points. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. And here's Allen. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
With a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Allen will try again on 2nd down. Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a first down. Firing quickly is Allen. That's complete. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be second down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally...
Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up third. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
Taking it about the 16. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. But Charles, they're really stringing these possessions and scores together early. We're still in the first quarter, but if they can score again here, look out.
Yeah, and as you taught me when we're broadcasting games, one word we're supposed to avoid, and that's blowout. But that's exactly what's going on here. Down 3 possessions just the first quarter. That goes beyond any worst-case scenario we might have thought coming into this game. And another touchdown here, that should eliminate any hopes for any type of a comeback.
That brings us to the end of one in Super Bowl 58. Much more to come from Las Vegas after this. 22-0 our score. The NFL on EA Sports continues right after this message. And we are back. Biggest game of the year, the Super Bowl, and both teams ready for the start of the second quarter. Able to slither by, and they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. Jordan Love ready on first down here. He'll check this one off to Fournette. No gain on the play. And it'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And he'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4. Now we'll get a timeout as they tend to an injured player, and looks like that's their receiver, Christian Watson. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. That is caught and able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 3 catches for him now in the first half of this Super Bowl. It's a first down.
Everything's going right here in this first half, and they've got a good lead. And part of that can be attributed to their success on third downs. This is another convert.
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Leonard Fournette, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Packers continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl. Crosby connects on the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Rashawn Gary, his second sack of the night. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Allen hit. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered, because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
It'll be a net of only 30 here. 40-yard punt, 10 on the return. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. Love now to pass on 1st down. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first.
When the spotlight is at its brightest, and let's face it, it's the Super Bowl, those types of plays come out, don't they?
Absolutely. A big-time catch on the biggest of stages.
Do you think that that one's going to live on? We're going to see this for a long time.
Definitely going to live on forever with him, that's for sure.
No doubt. I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage, completion-wise, way up. Not that time. About 3 yards there to the 27. The Packers on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Now Love. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Touchdown. Allen Lazard with his 3rd touchdown of the Super Bowl. And the Packers are starting to open things up here in this Super Bowl. Love throwing for it. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. Back now on offense, the Buffalo Bills. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
His first ever catch in a Super Bowl, a nice moment, and also a first down. Now Allen. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. Fights off the defender. And he's going to ball his way forward to the 48. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
Got his man. That's Davis. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 37. A little surprise pays off on 3rd and 1. Pass instead of run. Gets him 15 yards. Throwing on first down is Allen. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. Just a gain of a couple there. And it'll be 2nd down. I know when you got a top tight end like this, you want to get him involved, but when you do, you're hoping for more than that.
You certainly are. You've got to try and get him some space where he can make a play downfield, or at least an opportunity for some rack yardage, right? That run after catch.
And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 21. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Allen. And his throw here's incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Harris running straight ahead. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Here's Allen to throw it. Now the ball comes loose, and the Packers pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Hey, we can preach ball security all we want here, but how about that effort on defense? Excellent job inside the red zone. Just took away at least 3 points by forcing that fumble.
And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. And now they have a little more space to maneuver from the 15, 1st and 10. Play action this time with Love. That's to Kraft, the tight end. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Play fake. Here's Love. Got a man. That's Lazard. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 48-yard line. 69 yards rushing for him now in the first half of this Super Bowl. This 2nd and 4. Working out of the gun. Love. And that is incomplete.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Watch out now. 50 Fury. Ready?
On 4th down, Love. Left sideline, a dime, and it looks like he's got it. And he is going to have a Packers 1st down, and he'll have it by plenty as it turns out to be a big gainer there on 4th down. Fournette running out of the gun. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. So from the 17, here's 2nd and 7. To pass, here's Jordan Love. This is caught. And the Packers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. 2 minutes on the clock in the 2nd quarter of this Super Bowl. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Love. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Leonard Fournette, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Packers are starting to pour it on the game's biggest stage. They are running away with this Super Bowl. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Matt LaFleur, he tells the offense, stay out there, go for 2. Love throwing for it. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2, they don't get it. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
On first down, Allen. And it's incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Allen now on first down. Dancing to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Allen now looks to throw. Steps away to it, and the pressure gets to him again. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down.
How about that, partner? His second sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one and everyone behaves nicely, we might just list those out for him. It's a gain of 2, and it will be the final act of this first half of play. So we've come upon halftime in the big one, the Super Bowl. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. What a season this has been. Hard to believe it ends tonight, as we'll get back to you guys for the second half of this Super Bowl in just a moment. Thus far, this Super Bowl has looked less like a contest and more like a coronation. And to call the second half, let's get it right back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis. Both teams making their final adjustments of the season during this long halftime break. Who will claim the Lombardi Trophy? To find out, we go back to Brandon and Charles in Vegas for the second half of Super Bowl 58.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. This fielded right at the goal line. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Here's the Packers offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. And I would imagine this is where you have to take stock of the situation, CD, and say, gosh, we're halfway to the Lombardi Trophy. Let's not slow down now.
And I like the way you went there. Let's not slow down now, because the first half certainly went their way. And I would expect them to continue with that type of a game plan. But you're right. You do think back to Super Bowl 54. 49ers had a double-digit lead in the fourth quarter, couldn't hold on. So plenty can still happen.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. They're going to hurry back to the line now. On play action. Love to throw. That's taken in by Kraft. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Here's a give to Fournette. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 2nd down and 8. Throwing. Love. And it's a Packers touchdown. Allen Lazard with a record 4th Super Bowl touchdown tonight. And the Packers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. And he clanks it off the right upright. And it's no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 16. Off the play fake. Allen. That's swung out wide to Harris. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. He's got it complete to Diggs. Matt LaFleur loudly voicing his objections to that previous call. He's going to throw out the red challenge flag.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So Matt LaFleur had it right, and he'll wind up winning that challenge. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. So the completion good for 7 there, and that will bring up 2nd down. Allen. And this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked off by Jair Alexander. Down to the 10. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. Well, this defense, they've been terrific all year, and they come through with a pick 6 here on the game's biggest stage.
Perfect descriptor there, because we have seen this time and time again. This defense, their ability to take the ball away from teams, they definitely have a nose for the football, and it pays off again on that play.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now Allen to try again after the pick 6. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Well, after incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, it certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
Well, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And we'll see what he can do on the return. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. Alan Lazard and the rest of the Packers back out for another drive. What a game for him, Charles. 4 touchdowns. Heck, for a lot of guys, that's a good season number.
You're exactly right. And let's face it, we have to stand up and applaud this one, even though we're supposed to be neutral. Because this doesn't just happen by accident. This isn't 4 times where the defense just falls down or breaks coverage. He's worked awfully hard, changing routes, changing areas, changing angles, and getting open for touchdowns.
We knew he'd be part of the game plan in a big way, and it has been in a very big way. Love now on 2nd down. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's how you put field position. What a play right there. That nearly went the distance. Credit this defense for not giving up. They get him down just short of the goal line, but the damage is done. It's going to be 1st and goal from an ideal position.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Love will sneak it, and he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
Jordan Love scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Packers get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that.